The gods of destruction gather together in order to discuss of a plan to destroy Son Goku before the Tournament of Power begins, all while excluding Beerus from the conversation and coming up with a plan to destroy Goku in which they deem to be responsible for putting the universes at jeopardy, all while Goku is back on Earth looking for Android 17 as he runs into a new Majin Buu, as Majin Buu has been training non-stop in preparation for this ultimate battle, and during this encounter, the long-awaited battle between Majin Buu and Goku has finally happened, something that we wanted to see now ever since Dragon Ball Z. What's going on, Dragon Ball Super fans? Welcome to my Dragon Ball Super episode 85 breakdown review entitled The Universes Get Into Gear, each one's thoughts, leading into next week's exciting episode of Dragon Ball Super episode 86, in which finally, ladies and gentlemen, Android 17 is going to have his moment to fight Son Goku. He's been looking for Goku all throughout the Android saga back in Dragon Ball Z, but never have we ever had Goku encounter 17 in a one-on-one battle, in which next week's preview showcases a lot of that, and I want to know your thoughts down below as to how you guys feel about Android 17 having to fight with Goku, and of course your overall thoughts on the spoilers that were given out for Dragon Ball Super's episode 86 to 89, in which you guys can go ahead and find that down in the description below. So a quick plug before we begin, in case you guys are not following me at Twitter, be sure to go ahead and head over to UnrealEntGaming on Twitter and hit that follow button. That way you guys are always in the loop with all the latest in Dragon Ball news, information, and content. And don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the channel in case you guys are new for all the latest in Dragon Ball reviews, discussions, mod battles, and more. Tons of awesome content on the channel. And if you guys want to go ahead and keep up with all the latest content, go ahead and turn on notifications if you guys want to become a Super Saiyan God. It greatly means a lot to me that you guys support the channel. Now, Dragon Ball Super episode 85 is now officially in the history books, and we finally have an inside look as to what happens in Dragon Ball Super episode 86, which I am so excited for, because having the androids be involved with Goku now has been something that a lot of us have wanted to see and have speculated for various years, for various amount of years, ever since the Android saga back in Dragon Ball Z. But I do want to dive into Dragon Ball Super episode 86 preview, in which showcases Android 17 battling Goku, and I don't know if you guys picked this up or not, but towards the very end of the preview, we see how Goku is in his Super Saiyan Blue form, and he's battling against the likes of Android 17. Now, this raises lots of questions as to, number one, why is Goku using Super Saiyan Blue against 17? And even if it's just for show, in which I do think Goku's trying to show 17 that there are going to be people way stronger than even him that are going to be a part of this tournament, I still don't see how there is any sort of comparison into 17 having to hold his own against Super Saiyan Blue Goku, because towards the very end, we see how their fists are pretty much colliding against one another, and it's uncertain if this is Super Saiyan Blue Goku's fist or base Goku's fist, but either way, the power scaling seems to be a little off. But we do get to see how both 17 and Goku are pretty much admiring life. They're paying attention to this animal drinking water, so maybe Goku's trying to convince 17 and telling him, like, hey, if you truly care about animals, if you truly care about your family, maybe this is the proper time to join me in having to, be a part of this tournament. Your sister's going to be a part of it too. So at some point he will agree, but we do know based on the spoilers that he says no at first, and which leads into them fighting. Now, I love how personally Goku is testing everyone out, even testing 17 out, because there was a certain scene in the preview where 17 is shown deflecting lots and lots of either bullets or ki blasts. We don't know what it was. It could have been bullets, but either way, he just shows his menacing side in deflecting it, and I do think that 17 definitely has gotten stronger, in which that's been confirmed. However, I also think between him and Android 18, he is the deadliest android. He is more of a deadly android than how 18 was, but nevertheless, we see how skinny Majin Buu battled against Goku, and you have to give credit where credit is due, because Majin Buu was able to hold up against Goku, even quote-unquote winning against him and throwing him out the quote-unquote ring, because we see how Mr. Satan says Majin Buu has won this battle due to throwing Goku out of the tournament ring. So even though there wasn't a physical ring there, Majin Buu was still able to throw down against Goku, and Goku fought against Majin Buu and still held his own while in base form. So that tells you a lot about Goku, and Goku having to tell Majin Buu straight up, I have to commend you for getting stronger and becoming a lot more faster than how he was before, because there were certain scenes where Majin Buu was so fast, he was able to catch Goku off guard, grab him, and throw him through a wall. So if that's unawareness from Goku's end, then that just goes to show that Majin Buu has definitely improved, and this is only Majin Buu training for about 2 to 4 hours throughout the entire day. There are 37 hours left for the Tournament of Power to begin, and Majin Buu has been training non-stop ever since they came back, which was about 2 to 3 to 4 hours ago. But even with that being said, he's continuing to train until the very end, where he says he's gonna fall asleep, and which raises some concern because we don't know if he wakes back up, and if he does wake back up, he's gonna be fat again. I really hope that Majin Buu is not fat, because if you guys look at his muscle stature, he does have lots and lots of muscles. I would have to say he looked a lot more shredded out than how Super Buu did in Dragon Ball Z, and which is why I want to see this Majin Buu in the tournament, because he took Goku very, very seriously. And if you look at certain shots of his face, Majin Buu wasn't smiling, even to the point where he was launching blasts at Goku. He had one of his eyes open, and he was trying to very cautiously add in precision, in which he caught Goku off guard and threw him down. So props to Majin Buu. You guys better pray that he doesn't end up being fat again, because I like this Majin Buu. He was great. I think it fit the mold, and having to see him and Hercule there and having to do, you know, one of those traditional cocky poses and seeing progress from that character was great. And then we pan to the Pride Troopers. Now Topo in a suit, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we saw Topo in a suit, and he's talking to a cyborg guy by the name of Kizaru. And of course, Kizaru is a part of the Pride Troopers alongside the bunny looking dude who's also a part of the squad as well, and his name is Dispo. And we see how Kizaru and Dispo alongside Topo were battling this giant monster, and if there was any indication that the Pride Troopers are going to be sort of like a worthy adversary to be a part of this tournament, I mean, they are, because the way they worked together to fight this monster was very clever. And I think that among the three, between Kizaru, Dispo, and Topo, Topo is the strongest. I do think that Dispo, and I would like to believe that Dispo is probably the fastest dude on the team, because the way he was avoiding all of the attacks that this giant monster was throwing at him was very well thought out of, because he was avoiding all the attacks with complete ease. So I think that if there was to be someone that had to be like the weakest link of this team, it'll probably be an indication that it might be Kizaru. But then again, Dispo hasn't really shown much either other than his speed, but we do know that Jiren is meditating and getting stronger, so one can only imagine as to what he's going to bring to the table. I think each individual God of Destruction, if you guys paid close attention, their own universes and their own realms and their own worlds look very different, and they look really, really cool. Now, you can clearly tell that Moscow's universe, it looks like he lives within Dexter's laboratory, because he's a machine. He communicates through electronics and he speaks like that. So his universe looks like it's made out of like machines and stuff. We see Vermouth's universe, and we see like these clouds floating around. They look like candy or whatnot, so that looks a little wacky. We see the mouse god just laying there, and there's a statue made of him right next to his bed. So we see how each individual God of Destruction had a very intriguing universe and a very interesting home behind them. So I want to know down below, in case you guys have seen that, what was your favorite, you know, God of Destruction home background that you guys have seen so far? Because for me, I think the female God of Destruction, Halise, I think she had one of the most intimidating looking ones, because hers looked like something out of Egypt. Everyone else I didn't really care for. I think Moscow's was probably the one that I really didn't care for the most. But I also want to talk about Kaba and Champa. So Champa was communicating with Kaba and pretty much harassing him for more Saiyans. Now this could mean one of two things. Either A, we were entirely wrong about the female Broly being from Universe 11 and she really ends up being from Universe 6, or Kaba just ends up getting other weaker Saiyans and the female Broly character is in fact from Universe number 11. Now, one thing I do want to say is that the female Broly's name is not Urine. We do understand that we have some new Dragon Ball spoilers that just came out, and we know that in Dragon Ball Super episode 89, a beautiful woman goes to go pay a visit to Tien's dojo, and that beautiful woman is not going to be female Broly. There is no, confirmation on that by Toei, by any of the credible sources. So for those out there that are saying that it's female Broly, it is not female Broly. That name has yet to be confirmed. Her identity has yet to be confirmed as well. We are getting certain characters being revealed, that being Dispo and Kizaru. So those were the only brand new characters shown. Female Broly and everyone else will come later on, but as of now, I don't think she's going to have any involvement inside Universe 7. But seeing Champa harass Kaba for, getting more Saiyans onto the team, because he knows of Goku and Vegeta's danger, so he needs more protection, he needs more Saiyans to come on through and help him out, because if not, they're going to lose the tournament. But I also want to point out that Disco's nickname is the Sonic Warrior, alongside Kizaru's name is the Slashing Warrior. So it looks like each individual character has somewhat of a nickname going into this, and of course we have the leader Topo, but Topo also said something on board the ship after they were done fighting the monster, in which Toppo says, I want to call upon the Pride Troopers members from the other planets in order to get them to participate in the tournament. So it looks like there are more Pride Troopers out there other than Jiren, Dispo, Kisara, and Toppo, in which Dispo even says we need Jiren's help at the time, in which Toppo says Jiren should be training right now, in which we see him meditating, and we know that from that look alone that Jiren must be residing in a very dark place, because from there on forward the Pride Troopers are saying to themselves, we got this, but we need the help of the other members in order for us to stand the chance and win this tournament, in which the Kai even said early on when he was having the meeting with the Kaioshin that he firmly believes that his fighters are definitely going to win because of the amount of caliber in which they're experienced in. So they are experienced in working together, which makes them that much more dangerous. But post your comments down below. What are your overall thoughts on Dragon Ball Super Episode 86? What are your overall thoughts on Android 17 having to potentially fight Super Saiyan Blue Goku? I think it's a terrible idea, because how can 17 even compare to a Super Saiyan Blue? If anything, the only person on the team that can compare to Goku is Vegeta. So what are your overall thoughts on Goku having to test him? Maybe he's gonna show him what the Super Saiyan Blue form is and telling him that, hey, listen, you're gonna be fighting guys just as strong as me, so I want to see what you got. Or maybe Goku's gonna do the exact same thing he did against Krillin and really go all out against 17 just to test him. What are your overall thoughts on their interaction? What are your overall thoughts on the Pride Troopers? What are your overall thoughts on this episode and seeing Dispo and Kisara and all the other Pride Troopers work together? Post your comments down below, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all that is in Dragon Ball news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys love Dragon Ball, don't forget to leave a like down below. Tune back in for more. This episode ultimately solidified how awesome Majin Buu can be, but I want to know down below if you guys believe that he's going to become fat again. If he does become fat again, it's going to be a real problem, because as of now, the way he looks, being skinny and fit and all muscular, I think it definitely fits the mold of Majin Buu being a part of this tournament looking like that, but I doubt that's the case. I think that he's going to end up being fat again, but I want to know your thoughts down below, guys. Thank you all for watching. Tune back in for the prediction video, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys, and have a great night. Peace.